I fell asleep in my car while I was reading at the park today, and a little kid walked by my window and said, "Mum, is she homeless?" The mum said, "No, honey, she's in college." How do you know what she said if you were truly asleep? Something doesn't add up here. No matter how many times I read this, it makes me laugh. I slipped on icy stairs last winter, and I swear I saw my own butt crack as I fell. No one believes me. Picked up my sons from school and stopped to get gas. Invited them to get out of the car and learn how to do it. Afterwards, the 11-year-old says, "Thanks for the life lesson, but I'll never drive a gas car." 13-year-old says, "This is like the time you showed us how a payphone works." Before and after. Wow, it even brightened his skin. They just changed the vibrance. I accidentally dropped my chain and it somehow formed a star. Remember years ago on a safari with my family, a lion tried to attack us and I got out of the Jeep on all fours and growled at it in defense and it ran away. To this day, my mum calls me the lion whisperer. I'd like this person on my safari because the lion can take him. I'm sleepy as hell. I thought I put on my work shoes as I walked out the house, like damn, my feet cold as hell. Her charger is still plugged into her phone. For no reason, I just thought of the time some guy I was dating got hired to dog sit for a well-known filmmaker. My then boyfriend took me with him once, and I was surprised that the apartment was super nice, but also, like, relatively normal. Then we found out it was the dog's apartment, so the guy doesn't even live with his dog. What's the point of even having a dog then? Stop praising Joe Biden. He stole my crab meat when I was a child. No one is going to ask, but this is a true story. He was friends with my aunt. He was involved in Delaware politics, and he would go to cookouts and stuff with our family. And I was like 8, and I picked out crab meat out by myself with my little baby hands, and he took it. That's the real reason I'm a communist now. Defaced Lincoln Memorial, a man who helped abolish slavery. I took this an hour ago. A black widow spider bit me twice today, and I didn't have to go to the hospital because my fiance is a badass. He sucked the venom out, then counteracted it with rue, an Italian herb which works as an anti-venom. Another great reason to grow your own medicine and food. My dad sat next to Lil Yachty on the plane last night on the way home from Texas. No, he didn't. I've been at home. Do you have a car payment? If so, how much is it and what kind of car is it? Imagine having a car payment. Tell me you're broke without telling me. Elaborate on the correlation between having a payment and being broke. I know men who don't even look at the price of the skyscrapers then buy, spending billions at a time without a second thought. And you're out here worrying about a car payment for your 100k Tesla. So you're supposedly friends or know all these people, but surely you have better stuff to do, right, than arguing on Twitter. I mean, Elon Musk does spend all day arguing with people, so maybe arguing is just like the epitome of free will. It is your responsibility. Actually, under NYC's Housing Maintenance Code, Subchapter 2, Article 4, the landlord is legally obligated to eradicate bed bugs. Yeah, I would hope so. The last image I have of my grandpa is a cozy one. He passed away after New Year's. This is a great picture of him. It's my grandpa. Opie stole my pic. He's alive and well. My parents told me for almost 21 years that my birthday was October 30th. Then my mum sends me this. Turns out we're off by a day. My boyfriend broke up with me for another girl, but when she found out what an a-hole he was, she decided I was more attractive and made out with me instead. I love bisexual girls. So you stayed with your boyfriend after he cheated on you. Then you found the girl and then messaged her or she messaged you. Oh my god, I tried to connect my Bluetooth earphones to my phone so that I could listen to this song in class, but I accidentally connected it to the school speaker and I played it on full volume. Guess what happened? Teachers got mad, got detention, brought to the guidance office. Nope. The teacher started singing with it, and the students started singing as well. Well, hey, my teacher is a fan of Icon too. I want you so bad. Sorry, I was hacked. No, I wasn't. I'm in love with you. Casually sits on the city bus. Woman who boarded looks at me. Holy hot damn, you attractive. Laughs and fans herself. Help me. Once this girl in Mehran was trying to overtake me at a U-turn, but I did not let her, so she went around 6 to 7. 6, 7? Took the U-turn at full throttle, stopped at the other side of the road, got out, clapped at me, got in the car again and drove away. Legend. So she's a legend for being rude to you. Awesome. When I found out he was on dating apps, he told me that he wasn't cheating on me, and that he was just trying to find me a best friend, and it was supposed to be a surprise. How did you find him on a dating app though? The beauty of Ireland. These kids are Dutch, and this was shot for Vogue. Thinking about the time I found out he was cheating on me for months, so I emailed the architecture department head with proof that I did all of his math exams and got him expelled from his university for plagiarism. I went to Walmart to buy a tub of cookie dough and a box of tampons, and as the 17-year-old boy was ringing up my stuff, he just looked at me and said, "It's going to be okay." And just after that, he said, "By the way, I'm 17 years old. I wanted you to know that so you can describe me in your fake text post on Tumblr." Hey, this is Liz Lizzie's friend. I just wanted to ask you why you broke up with her. Yo, sorry about that. My friend took my phone. One day in PE, my teacher said I wasn't participating or giving enough effort, so he told me to do 20 push-ups. I said, what then? He gave me 40 push-ups. I did all of them and I embarrassed him in front of the whole class. I don't really like PE teachers. I just find them mostly weird. Most PE teachers I've had at school were very strange. Me and my friend were in math class, and our teacher is so chill in math. So she started humming this song, and then I started humming it. And then this boy did. And then within 2 minutes, everyone in class was humming. And me and my friend just burst out in song, and I swear I felt like I was in High School Musical. But then it turned into like a singing battle, and we sang like the whole song all while maintaining eye contact. Ew, this is so cringe. It was like really stressful, and at the end, we were both breathing really hard. And my mum teacher just looked at us and then just kept teaching the lesson like nothing ever happened, right? I'm 49 years old and just finished my elementary school education today. Time to get a high school diploma. That's crazy because 38 days ago you were 29. A high school dropout living with your parents. If you're going to post lights, at least be consistent. So far, I personally have called ICE on 37 individuals, and 28 of them along with their families have all been deported. Dang, I only got one. Was running with the dog when some person honking his horn and screaming stops in the middle of a busy road to use Google Translate to ask if his dog can be my dog's boyfriend, and we split the puppies. Reported license plate and vehicle description, and they scooped him 2 days later. I can't believe the cook in McDonald's invited me back into the kitchen to cook a burger after I complained how bad my Big Mac was, and I ended up creating a whole new sandwich on the spot, which went down so well with a customer that the staff asked for a recipe so they could put it on the menu for future use. That's what you get for challenging me. Mwah. My English teacher wrote part of a poem I wrote on the board today, which honestly surprised me. She had the students guess who wrote it, and most of the answers were the president or Shakespeare. When my teacher revealed that it was I who wrote it, I received an applause. I didn't know the presidents were so poetic. I delivered pizza not too long ago either, like 4 to 5 years ago. Delivering pizza was exciting because you never knew who you were delivering to. One time these women asked me in the bellhop at the hotel if we wanted to join them. We looked at each other. We really wanted to, but we needed our jobs. Why do people put their phones on speaker in public places? If you do this, stop it. No one wants to hear your podcast, TikTok, or phone call. Put on some earphones and stop being selfish. I yelled, shut the hell up. No one wants to hear your conversation at someone in Winn-Dixie last week. Everyone in the store was thinking, so naturally people laughed. I got a lot of thank yous. The dude was embarrassed and did hang up on the phone. Not all heroes wear capes. You're just rude. I think generally common courtesy is not saying anything, unless it's really, really, really loud. I also had a pen pal for 30 years, and after all that time we both discovered we were next door neighbors, so we both spent a fortune on stamps, when we could have just thrown the letters over each other's fences. Did you not notice the address? Both had PO boxes. I mean, despite the PO boxes, you would notice the same zip code. Forgot to mention both me and my pen pal, neighbor, have amnesia. An older gentleman on the elevator tried to shame me because I was on the phone with my headphones in. He said, kids today don't read. I turned a little to show him the book in my hand that I was heading to lunch to read. I said, I'm just listening to music. Then he said, music today is garbage. To which I showed him my phone where I was listening to hymns. Baby boomers, gosh. Did the elevator begin to clap? Beware. If you go to Starbucks and pull out your laptop and it isn't a Mac, you will be looked at with utter disgust. Might even get a gasp or two. Speaking from experience, it just happened to me. I don't think people care that much about your laptop. Every time my 5-year-old sees a movie or show that has the earth look like this, she yells at the TV, hey, that's not how it looks, they're lying to us. I'm a proud mother. What, so you've tricked your child into thinking flat earth? No! It's okay, once she reaches like the age of 10, she'll realize, oh mom, you're very stupid. You're silly, mom. Why do you believe in this? She's gonna debate you, win, and yeah, that's it. She's gonna change you. Okay, so they said assault did not exist among native nations prior to white contact. I mean, I don't want to say that word. Under the Aztec legal system, it was punishable by death, and it didn't exist. The Inca also had laws that forbid it as well. I had to pop to the spa for some essentials today. I completely forgot I was wearing a unicorn onesie and wondered why people were looking at me strangely, until I got to the till and looked down. So yes, if any other photos of this unicorn show up on social media, I confirm it was me. I think you just wanted attention. That's fine as well, but you don't gotta lie. Dress Killer took this photo. Okay, so that's a 4-year-old. She always steals my phone and is yelling, say cheese. This dude stayed 40 minutes after after he finished the test. So I was like, dude, are you okay? And he was like, I'm just absorbing the reality that I'll have to live with my parents for the rest of my life because I knew nothing on that test. Bless his little heart. He is all of us. By the looks of this image, I don't think you spoke to him. I think this image was taken off Google. Does it feel good when you get... Ugh. It was a question. I'm asking, my bad. You requested $20 for harassment fee. Pay the fee. I know it was you. You don't just put fees on people. I don't want to have to... Why are you still talking to them if they're harassing you? I think this whole meme is fake. 2 weeks ago, I corrected my chemistry teacher on tetravalence, and I solved a problem which he wasn't able to crack in days. He congratulated me and told me to teach the class properly. Today they had a test and all of them got full. Today I decided to cause trouble. I went to a restaurant and after seeing every table being occupied by couples, I took out my phone and made a very loud phone call saying, yes girlfriend, your man is here with another woman, just come and see. 8 men got up and left. Haha, this reminds me of a time that I helped a random woman who approached me to find her way to a cafe she was looking for, and then her angry 6-foot boyfriend showed up out of nowhere and said, don't talk to her, she's mine. Move before I flatten you. I simply responded with, excuse me, this beautiful lady asked me a question and she has her own life. Maybe if you weren't so insecure, you wouldn't be angry all the time. People around me started going, ooh. And then the woman said, Scott, I'm leaving you. I found someone else. And then she kissed me in front of the cheering crowd. He ran away crying and we've been together 8 years now. This guy's got a very good imagination. Take dog for a walk at night. College campus. Come to a secluded little trail/garden area. Dog starts eating a patch of grass. Get onto all fours and start eating the grass alongside him to see if it tastes good. Doesn't. Get up. There was a couple sitting on a bench about 10 feet away that I somehow hadn't seen. Leave immediately without saying a word. I'm walking downtown and I pass a group of guys staring at me and I think, great catcall time, but then one guy goes, you look like you could kill a man a million different ways with just your bare hands. This is an acceptable comment to give a girl on the street. That's a very weird comment as well. My 12-year-old nephew asked the waitress at a restaurant if he liked her job. She crouched down to his level. You know what? I get to meet people like you every day. That makes it pretty great. He beamed. She winked at him. Kids ask the questions adults are too polite to ask. She was right, and her answer was perfect. My landlord wants to play, but he picked the wrong tenant. Fun fact, my 9-year-old daughter and I got harassed by an old man while trying to take this photo. She was so excited to take a picture of me in the skelly, then some old dude, with his wife in an aisle over, whispers to her, your mum is so hot, no wonder you're taking pictures of her. I would want some too. My response, sir, what the hell? My daughter recoiled and said, I got chills. Sometimes I miss being 300 pounds when I didn't get gross comments like that. Anyway, the bar is yet again in hell. I don't know. Nebulized hydrogen peroxide therapy is an expensive and simple way to treat most viral respiratory illnesses. I will report you for endangering public health. H2O2 vapor will destroy lung tissue. Doctor, you lost 12 pounds since the last time I saw you. Coffee? Coffee? Coffee. Pulls out a pack of skinny coffee and shows her the ingredients. Sign me up. And that's how my doctor became my customer today. My uncle bought a Tesla Cybertruck and he let me drive it. It actually handles pretty tightly. The interior is classy and it's pretty damn fast. Production of the Cybertruck doesn't begin until 2021. I'm not congratulating you on something that didn't happen. I shot my shot. I thought I would go straight to the top and apply to be a CEO of Nike. Rejection happens, but real ones build their own table anyway. Thank you for your recent application to become the CEO of Nike. We appreciate your vision, but this time we've decided to move forward with a more traditional candidate. One who didn't ask to be paid in store credit and unreleased pairs. This is a color photo. No, it's not. Swans have orange beaks and mallards are green, purple, blue with yellow beaks. Not to mention humans don't have gray hands. This man just asked me to please stop speaking Spanish on this plane to NYC. In his defense, it's very early and he's racist. So the man next to him started speaking Spanish. And then the flight attendant, and oh my god, I have never wanted to get up and dance more than I do now. Really? Been asked to do a nude photo shoot. Should I do it? I was contacted by a female photographer who does nude photo shoots, and she did offer good money. In your account, you say you work at McDonald's and are a nice alpha male who deserves everything because you deem yourself worthy and will not take no from any female. I mean, obviously the post is clearly BS, but I figured I'd point those 3 things out just to add more to the utter patheticness of you and your little storytime poster. Get a real life, you freak. When the paramedic told me that no one's allergic to this medicine and I was lying, so I said, fine then, give it to me, you'll see. And then he did, and I went into anaphylaxis right there in the ambulance and stressed him the hell out. Then we called his boss later and got got him demoted. Demoted? More like lost the job. People don't lie like this anymore. I kind of miss it. So because of the update, I went outside and started screaming at 12 a.m. So naturally, someone thought I was being murdered and called the police. And when they got here, I had to give them my explanation for screaming at 12 a.m. So I just said Homestruck, and one of the cops' eyes suddenly got really big, and then he said, "It updated?" And then he read the update on his phone. I have a grown policeman sitting in my driveway crying and cursing at hussy under his breath. His partner gave him a shock blanket. Yeah, we need to bring back this sort of lying, guys. Come on, make them good. Me sends this to teachers. Principal, literally everyone in school, everyone. Principal, no classes for a week. Literally every student. Thanking me over and over again. Thanks, bro. Did this actually happen? Yes. He got more likes, it must be true. One time in high school, I didn't read the assigned book, and I was like, damn it, I'm gonna write this essay anyway. And I had no idea what the book was even about, or who the characters were, so I just spewed out some crap about archetypes, and the teacher came up to me after class and told me I was the only student who truly understood the book. So I'm sat in Starbucks, minding my own business, and this woman walks up to me and is like, "Do you like dogs?" And I'm like, "Oh, yes." And she pulls out a dog from her bag with a matching jacket to me. I kind of believe this. Maybe not the "do you like dogs" part, but yeah, the other part I do. This is the best dad joke I've made. To this day, hot waitress asked, "Are you done with the glasses?" I said, "No, I need them to see." She bursted out laughing. I should go into comedy. Yeah, guys, here's a tip. If you are in a very awkward situation, and I'm like any type of awkward situation, let's say you're in an elevator and it's all packed, you can make the worst joke possible and people will laugh. I've tried it. I was with my friend last week. I tried it. Very random, I know, and it worked. Everyone was cracking up and it wasn't even funny. I once had a professor slam a thermos down on his desk and say to us, "There's more pressure in my sinuses right now than there is at the bottom of the sea. This thing's full of NyQuil. I'm going to drink it while I teach, and when your heads are replaced by swirling rainbows, I will counsel the rest of class." The class ended up being 17 minutes long. Your professor was trying to fight God. It's Tumblr. I don't think they're lying. Other people thought this post was lying. I don't think so. You do remember a lot about what the professor said though. You might just have a good memory. Went into that store once and started looking around. A sales clerk asked if she could help me find something, and I said yes. "The door, please. These prices are ridiculous and my time is valuable." Her jaw dropped and I left. You must have a really low-paying job. I think you were trying to be funny, but this just came off as extremely snotty. Okay, Karen. I don't really know the context to this. I understand just fine. I recommend spending some time in meteorology and climatology classroom. My great-grandpa was a meteorologist. I do. As the professor, maybe you should take one of my classes sometime. I'll teach you all about the Dust Bowl, fire, vegetation, drought, relationships, and how the CSIRO predicted increased bushfire risk in Australia due to anthropogenic warming over a decade ago.